since I'm basically automatically absolutely lazy. I have to make a trilogy always to do something. I'm good in cutting wood, that's all. But then it suddenly came, turned from a Harvard trilogy to refugee trilogy. And I like to change the name, it's not a Harvard trilogy anymore now, it's a refugee trilogy. And I hope the third one will be a happy comedy.
Yeah. Mr. Kaurismäki, a wonderful film. Could you tell us a few words about the soundtrack?
Very normal, some dialogue, and then music over it. It's simply winding sound of wind. But you should ask more from a soundman, Terror Number.
Aki Kaurismäki, one question please. You said something like you want to change the audience point of view perspective about refugees. What are your hopes for this film? What do you want to achieve with it?
I was very modest. I didn't want to change the audience. I wanted to change the world. But my manipulative abilities are not good enough. So I think I have to limit it to change Europe. Which is a tiny place as slowly start to see. First I change Europe, then we go to Asia.
My name is Mahari, African Refugee News. Thank you for this beautiful breakfast. I like the way you divided your film. Normal life and the refugee problem. And it was nice that you showed up this television news telling that it was a war, and the other side said you can go home, because it happens really every day. The question is, when you made this film, did you really want to change the mind of the Finnish people, or let's say the right-wing parties that are coming up in Europe, to tell them these are people who want to work, they want to live, and if we give them the chance, maybe they will teach us something, like your restaurant, multicultural restaurant.
We come back to this restaurant question later. Yeah, of course, everybody has to have dreams, so I have a dream. First I want to change the minds of Finnish people, which might or might not succeed. But when suddenly to Finland, which is 5 million people country, came 30,000 young Irakians, the young Finnish and older Finnish men took it to the war. Somebody's attacking us like Russia 50, 60 years ago. And the attitude for the refugees was intolerable, in my opinion. That they will steal my new car or something, or like the wax where I polish the car, or at least the brush with which I used to wax to polish my car. But anyway, there's still something. Some bombs were thrown, and I certainly didn't like to see that kind of attitude in my compatriots. But what was the question of the restaurants? Interesting more. So of course, Jean Renoir said with grand illusion that you that he tried to stop the Second World War. Later he said it was a lousy failure, I couldn't stop it. Cinema doesn't have such influence, but my honest try this is to force the three people who go to see this film that we are all same, we are all human, and tomorrow it will be you who will be a refugee. Today it's him or her.
My name is Elena Rinko, I'm from Vienna, Austria. And first of all, I would like to say thank you to Aki Kaurismäki for his films, which I think reflect very well the atmosphere of Finland, where I lived myself for some years. And after some years, my idea was how to escape from this depressive and bleak country. And my question is, what do you think, Mr. Kaurismäki, about the Islamization of Europe?
Can you repeat the last sentence?
Islamization of Europe.
Islamization.
Islamization, yes. I mean that...
Because Iceland is a bit good in football once, Islamization of Europe. It's okay, but it was 8 in the World Championship. It doesn't mean that Iceland will conquer Europe. I don't know who wrote that thing once after the Second World War. When they took my neighbor, I didn't say a word. When they took my cousin, I didn't say a word. When they took my mother, I didn't say a word. And when they took me, there was nobody to say anything because I was the last one. Maybe Stefan's wife, but so I can't see any Islamization in Europe. There's no more cultural changing, which we need because our blood is getting. Let's go back to Sevilla in 1590. Total peace with all religions and everything. Business went well for everybody, and suddenly Isabella II and Philip I decided that we have to get them out, and we rushed everybody out. So, in my opinion, if you use a beret basque or chapeau, if you use a cylinder, it should be okay for everybody. We can make laws to hide the crimes being made behind the laws.
Hello, Mr. Kaurismäki. I have an artistic question and social question. Artistic. What is your method of work with actors? What do you want from them? Not only this film, but usually your usual method. And the social question, it's not the first film movie about refugees, about immigrants. Why is this subject so important for you? Thank you.
So if I understood right, the question was divided into two. From actors, I just don't want to move them too much and not shake their hands like windmills. And of course I choose them for the reason of their handsome faces and skill of acting. Actors should act, and the camera is the enemy or friend. If you can act, it's a friend. If you can't, it's an enemy. I lost the second part of the question.
Second part, why refugee subject so important for you? Immigrants, refugees, why it is so important?
Because it's crime against Europe's, well, look at the last century, we don't have any culture of humanity, but basically during the centuries, Europe almost started to be a corner of Europe with all the crimes and all this, because it had some kind of democratic organization, and now it's falling in 10 years in pieces because we are not good. Because our culture is just 1 millimeter of dust on our shoulders. In this sense, I respect Mrs. Merkel for being the only politician who seems to be at least interested of the problem. All the rest play their games. This was not a political statement.